Hey everyone, Blade Ninja 009 here, and this will be my first review on this channel, and that is of Steins Gate. Steins Gate is a 20 plus episode anime that deals with the concepts of science fiction, namely paradoxes, time travel, the butterfly effect, for example. What it does to me is so good that I actually have to put it on my top 20 list of all time favorite anime. And so you already kind of have a feeling of what I'm going to review this as, but just so you understand, I'm still going to review it nonetheless. Okay, I'm not going to just to say, watch it, even though I should just say watch it because you should really just watch this, but I'll say why you should watch it. So Steins Gate has our main cast discovering accidentally that they can actually time travel. And not in the conventional sense of time travel where they make a machine that literally jumps them all through time. What he ends up discovering is a means of sending messages to the past via what they call the D-mail, and that actually allows them to change the past by them writing things to the past. For example, in an early episode, the main character tells another character what to do for a special event, and by him doing that, it changes the whole entire event leading up to him being in a different scenario completely. Now, one thing that makes it very intriguing is that he is the only one, the one on the right there with the lab coat, Rintaro and Okabe. He is the only one that actually remembers anything from the prior timelines, which that's what it's known as the time divergence. Steins Gate, the actual title, is supposedly what he considers the main timeline, but they explain that later on, so I'm not going to spoil that or anything like that. What the show does correctly, I think, is that all the characters you can see on the front of the cover are all the major characters of the anime series in general. And they all have significant value. Every single one on this cover has some purpose in this story. And that makes for an interesting experience that most anime does not do correctly, in my opinion. Where most anime has a dozen characters and only three of them being used to their full potential. In Steins Gate, all several characters are used to their full potential. All of them have significant value in the story. Now, Steins Gate biggest flaw, I think, and it's probably only flaw, has nothing to do with the animation. The animation for Steins Gate's amazing. The characters are amazing for Steins Gate. The story's amazing for it. It's the fact that it's going to turn off a lot of people how slow paced it is. Within the first couple episodes, you're going to find that most people who've tried Steins Gate, who've not continued on with the show, say they hate it, or they say it's too slow for their taste. That's because it starts off very, very slow. It's incredibly slow when it first starts off. I can't repeat that enough. If you are an anime fan in general, I think you already love sci-fi, or at least are into science fiction of some caliber. So I would suggest highly that if you do watch this series and you give it a try after this review, watch it beyond the first like 5 episodes. I know that's kind of weird because most people always tell you, "Oh, you can gauge a show based on the first 3 episodes," but this is one show that I say watch the first 5. It's necessary for the show because once it ramps up to a certain degree, it never stops ramping up. It's always will be very interesting. It'll always be very very time consuming in a good way. I should put it. But it will be that show that you want it to be. It's just that the first few episodes are very setup based and setup orientated, so you tend to find it a little boring and tedious. So if I had to give Steins Gate a review from A through F, again, F is the score I really will not use ever or any review, unless it's complete utter garbage. I give Steins Gate an A. Now, what keeps me from giving it an A plus, even though I said it's on my top 20 list, is that it still is a series that's got that polarizing beginning, and that's like the only flaw I can say for it. It's polarizing at the beginning. You're gonna have this show that's gonna that has people say they hate it because of the first few episodes. If you get past the first few episodes, or are willing to actually watch several episodes into it, you'll find the show is amazing and you'll love it and you'll put it in your top 20 list. I've never met someone that hasn't given the show the first 10 episodes at least that doesn't say they completely are utterly in love with it and put it on their top 10 favorite list. So A, not A plus. If I'm going off my biased opinion, it'd be an A plus, but because I'm trying to keep this channel unbiased as much as I can. I mean, every review is biased. I don't care what reviewer says they're not biased. Every review is biased. As unbiased as I can make this, I give it an A. Great story, great characters, great sound, great animation. Dubcast is phenomenal. The weakest part again is the beginning of the story. It's very slow paced, but otherwise, this is a flawless anime in my opinion. It's easily should be always a classic. I mean, if you even see the top of there, it says anime classics. It deserves that moniker. Anyways, for my ending question of the day, would you actually alter the past if you could? I know most people say they wouldn't, but I'm curious if you would actually do that. If you would actually alter the past to help yourself or help someone else for the future. Anyways, till our paths cross again in the next review, this is Blade Ninja 009, signing out.